Hello everybody, welcome back to CXMX3295. Believe it or not, the very first sketch of 2026 is a CN Heritage unit as a rear DPO on a BNSF CN transfer grain train. After the grainer left, the BNSF local began to pull forward to merge onto the BNSF La Junta sub after coming off the Union Pacific Lost Springs sub. After that, the chase is on, and I got to Newton just in time. After that, I found WAMX 3829 by surprise and waited around for the local to come into the yard. After the local came by, we went to take pictures of the power pool. And saw the local bringing its power back. On my way home, I saw Union Pacific southbound manifest with quite a nice lash-up, some of the more notable locomotives being an SD70M, a GP60, and an SD40N. 2 days later, while biking around, I found a CN-9 on an eastbound manifest, so I biked home and got my camera. Shortly after getting set up, they began to pull forward to start building their train. I originally planned to take pictures 1 mile east of town, but then I had to go 6 miles east because they pulled unusually far east to get their crew changed. The next day, I caught Union Pacific 6236 on ZCIG4, one of the 5 remaining SP-AC-44 CWs. A few days later, I went to the same spot I caught that CN-9 to catch a very unusual maintenance train. If anyone knows what this maintenance train is for, please let us know in the comments. Three days later, I got stolen from my house by WAMX 3829 while he was on his way to Kansas City. After about 2 hours of driving, we got to Kansas City, and the first thing we would catch would be an eastbound intermodal with a GEVO and a Dash 9 on the head end. After that train went by, we went and looked around Argentine Yard, where we found 2 BN tractor trailers, 2 H1 Jeeps, 1 H1-9, 2 fake bonnets, a UPAC 60, and 5 cabooses, and 3 old Macs. On our way back down the bridge, I saw another old BN tractor trailer that reminded me a lot of the Santa Fe trailer that is in Augusta, Kansas. We didn't see too much more after that. After a while, we went and met up with BNSF Railfan 01, and he stole me from WAMX 3829. After I got stolen from WAMX 3829, we went to go look for Norfolk Southern 1065. And while going down the road, we spotted a B40-8W Duo by complete surprise. On our way to Santa Fe Junction, we stopped at Doc's Caboose, where we saw XCM GMD1 and their Mopac Heritage Unit SW1500. And while taking pictures, I spotted a UP coal train, so we went to the other side of the bridge and got some pictures of it. After that, we continued to Santa Fe Junction, where the first thing we would catch would be a BNSF coal train with an Ace Duo on the head end, 2 GEVOs on the rear, and an H2-9, and my camera wouldn't let me export the video, so we only have photos. While that coal train was going by, I got jump scared by an eastbound intermodal on the flyover. In the process of me videoing the intermodal and the coal train, I may or may not have fumbled an H1 Jeep Duo. After the coal train went by, I walked back up to where BNSF Railfan was. While waiting on the Duo, a UP coal train stopped on the High Line with an old scheme leader. After the B40-8W duo went by, we headed over to Union Station to wait for the UP coal train. The original plan once we got to Union Station was to go up on the Freight House Bridge, but it was closed. So we headed over to the road bridge, and I saw yellow for a westbound. Since I've seen enough old schemes, I decided to take my chances and go set up for the westbound. As luck would have it, the old scheme leader came by first. A surprise about this coal train, not only did it have an old scheme leader, it had an old scheme on the back too, which was kinda cool. Immediately after the coal train's DPU got out of sight, the westbound showed up, and in this train's last stop, trailing third, was an SD70 Mac. After that, we headed to Argentine Yard, and the only things that I saw that were different were two H1-9s. After that, we headed to Topeka, Kansas, in hopes to find former MOL 4404, the Thank You to All Essential Workers unit. But we couldn't find it, but we did find two more executive Macs in the process of being scrapped. After grabbing some food at Topeka, we headed to Emporia, where BNSF Rail Friend 01 dropped me off and my grandma picked me up. On our way home, though, I saw a green signal for a westbound from the highway, and I asked if we could stop, and she said yes. The westbound wouldn't be the first train I'd see, though. A random eastbound spawned in, and as soon as the tail end of it cleared, the westbound came by. After that, I packed up, and I kid you not, as soon as I finished zipping up my camera bag, I hear a horn for an eastbound, and I figured it'd be about 5 minutes. So we headed down to the nearest crossing, and I'll let the footage speak for itself. A few days later, I got jump scared by a long hood Ford SD40N. Two days later, while watching the Wichita rail cam, I saw that a very old ex-Southern Pacific SD40M-2 would be coming my way. It started life as CB&Q 526 as an SD45 and was delivered to them in January of 1969. It was later sold to the C&W and renumbered to 6586, and was sold again to BN and renumbered to 6467. Then Southern Pacific got a hold of it and rebuilt it into the SD40N-2 that it is today, and renumbered it to 8603. Then it was acquired by UP in 1996 due to the merger, and was sold to NREX sometime in the early 2010s with an unknown fate. Later that evening, I went back out to watch them do some switching. After pulling forward to clear a switch, my camera battery died as they were backing up. They sat there for about 15 minutes to build up air before pulling forward. And while they did that, another train came to a stop in the yard, with Union Pacific 735, which originally was built as Missouri Pacific 2235 back in August of 1980. About 2 hours later, I catch an SW unit on an eastbound intermodal, which was originally built as Texas Pacific 1275 as an SW 1200, and is currently owned by CHSX. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't click off just yet. We have a slideshow of some of the photos. Till next time.